on my knees.
Hit play?
I already did.
Oh, okay.
Hi, guys.
We're tired. I'm sure you can tell. Well, I don't know if you can tell about me, but
I don't know. This is probably like, it was your longest day.
in a while. My very first Saturday, I stayed till 4. I'm a housekeeper. My very first Saturday, I stayed till 4:30. This is the latest I've stayed since then.
This was Kimmy's last day at work today.
Yes, before we moved.
And then my last day is actually tomorrow. And tomorrow's Sunday. This video is going to be posted like on the actual day we recorded it. So, I'm going to try and see if I can nail all the stuff that I was been meaning to tell you forever. But so we haven't picked a regular update schedule yet.
We're working on it.
Probably going to end up being like smoking videos like this. So probably be like 3 times a week. And then I'm sure there'll be specials, but I can't tell you when those would be and what they will be consisting of. And it's like, because we started this idea thing like on Instagram, you all know this, and we already were planning to do a YouTube channel for like a bit, but at the same time we're like, okay, well, still not 100% on like how we're gonna do it or what we're gonna do or like when we're gonna do it or if we're gonna have time to do it, because we're all gonna be working when we get out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be really rough.
But so we should warn you ahead of time.
We might update really irregularly right when we first get there. I don't know what
I don't know when we're gonna have internet.
Exactly. So
we're trying to record as much footage as we can so that if I can get Wi-Fi, at least I can like post it.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know when we're gonna be able to afford weed, assuming if we don't smoke all of the weed that we have right now, because right now we have a quarter.
Oh, I just shook the camera so hard. I'm so sorry.
So we'll see. But how was your last day at work?
It was alright. Nobody was crying, luckily. My coworkers really like me. I'm a really good worker. I don't cause drama. I'm just kind of like, there was this one girl, Jo, who was a bitch, and like she got fired a couple of days after the very first and last time I called her on her bullshit. It was so funny because like she walked in and she's like, so apparently I was giving Jen attitude, and I was like, and I don't remember what she said after that. I think Shy said something, and then I was like, well, to be fair, Jo, you give a lot of people attitude all the time, so like I could completely understand if like somebody thought you were giving an attitude when you weren't, or if you were giving attitude when you didn't mean to. It happens to me. I do it too, and I can definitely see it happening to you. She got all pissed off. And I was like, fuck you. Like, I know her bullshit, and she's a fucking cunt. I don't like her at all. You know, I'm glad she got fired.
You know what we can do? Well, actually, it's fine. I don't even know.
What?
No, I was gonna say, you could tell that story now, but I'm like, we should just go with the flow instead of just doing things.
We'll just talk about whatever we talk about.
So, good riddance to Jill.
She was like literally stealing shit from my job. Like, she was like, I work for a hotel and restaurant, and she was like stealing from them. Like, she stole a towel. She was stealing food out of people's rooms who were still staying at the hotel. She was taking food out of people who had left. Out of people's rooms who had left. I mean, like, it's one thing to take a room out of a deep part. They're gone. They're not coming back. You take food out of a stayover, someone who's staying another night or another week or however long they're going to be there. Like, why would you do that? And, like, there was this one time she got this, like, thing of milk, like, kind of like this big-ish, I guess. But, she got this, like, little carton of milk, and it was already open, and she was drinking it. And it had been sitting on the table for I don't even actually know how long.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm like, you're fucking she's, like, you know.
I'm sure we've had worse.
I don't slut shame. I don't. There is a definitive difference, though, between a hoe and a slut. I don't care what anyone says in my dictionary. There is a difference. Sluts sleep around. Hoes sleep around with everyone and anyone, and they have no standards, and they're scumbags. That is a hoe. Just in case you were wondering if you were a hoe or not. You're probably not. You might be a slut, but being a slut isn't a big deal. I mean, I don't fucking care. I'm a slut.
I mean, shit, guys are sluts all the time.
Exactly. Guys are sluts, and they don't get shit for it, so fuck it. You be a slut, man. Just don't be a hoe. Have some... it's literally the difference between a slut and a hoe is the standards.
Love yourself.
Exactly. Love yourself. You can sleep with everyone in this country if you want, but love yourself too. You can love yourself as much as you love dick.
Don't sleep around because other people want you to. Sleep around because you want to.
Yes. Sleep around on your terms. That's solid advice.
I like it.
Boys and girls, sleep around on your own terms.
Don't ever have
And-
sex with someone just because they want to.
Don't ever have sex with someone if you don't want to.
Exactly.
Like, don't even think about what they want. If you don't or do want something, don't do it or do it. Like,
Make the decision based on you, not the other
yes.
person.
Don't ever let
Because
anyone make a decision for you.
at the end of the day, the only person ultimately that you're gonna like you're born alone and you're gonna die alone. You're the only person that you're gonna be with at the end of your life. So like
You are the only one who will always be there for you. Be there for you.
Be there for yourself. Stick up for yourself. I'm just gonna throw it out there that I just give people advice that I need to take.
I do it too, dude. I give people great fucking advice, and I'm like, I should do that.
I'm better. I'm better now than I was.
I am too. We're both a lot better. We've grown a lot in just the past couple of years.
Tried.
We've grown a lot. And maybe you'll find out about that. Or maybe you'll see us grow some more.
Why did we end up talking about this deep shit? We need to make some laughs. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
What the fuck? The squirrels.
There are squirrels or ghosts.
Where the fuck did that bug bite come from? Oh my god.
Well, you are wearing a belly shirt.
Yeah. To be fair though, the majority of my shit, like I don't want to touch it because it's all like the majority of it's like folded and like it's gonna get packed away and I don't want to fuck up any other fucking shirts.
Sorry, I was blowing smoke around her so she
Oh.
doesn't have mosquitoes around her.
Appreciate
I'm just
it.
like blowing smoke right at your ass. Like, no, it's not what I'm doing. I'm just surrounding you in a cocoon of drug smoke. Yeah.
She's not eating my asshole. Sorry, fans.
Sorry. We should tell them. Can y'all fucking stop, please? You're creeping me out.
Seriously.
The
It's not
fuck?
paranoia, I swear.
It's not paranoia. It's literally
What's your
just like
favorite
you
strain?
can't hear it.
Here we
but-
go. This is what we'll talk about. We'll talk about strains.
Talk
I
about
feel like
weed. Let's
okay,
talk about
we
weed.
talk about weed. Yeah, that's like, what's the point of having a stoner channel if you're not
Here's
even
the
gonna talk
conversation
about
starter.
weed?
Here's the conversation starter. I fucking love weed.
Oh man,
Weed is the best thing ever.
weed is the best thing ever.
It's great for recreational use and it's great for medicinal use.
We use it for both.
Yes, we do. Like I love being high, but I also love
It's
being
great.
functional.
Hmm
See what I did
Honestly,
there?
with all the stress that we've been under, like if it hadn't been for smoking regularly, like I would have shut down like months ago, and that would not have been good. These goddamn bug bites all over. Fuck all of you. Like they know
I've
what
been
that
having
means.
hella bomb drop time. I'm bipolar. I've been having hella mood swings since this whole, as we've been getting closer. Like just the other day, me and Gina were screaming at each other because we do that sometimes. We're
It was over
sisters, you know.
something really, really, really ridiculous.
It was-
We do that.
It was a dumb thing to fight
There was
about.
one
got
time we
into a
fought
scream.
over, like, we saw this flying animal in the sky, and I thought they were bats because of the way they were flapping and the noises they were making, but she was convinced they were birds, and, like, we fought about that. We fought over that for years.
Well, not years. We thought about it for like hours, and then we just kept bringing it up every now and then. Like, they're fucking bats! For like
Literally.
completely unrelated to whatever we're talking about. Just like, they're fucking bats! And it's like, no, they're birds!
But, like, that's just a sibling thing. Like, isn't it true? Like,
Siblings,
fans out there,
brothers and
do you have
sisters,
brothers
sisters,
and sisters?
etc.?
Do you have really ridiculous fights with
Don't
them?
you just fight about the dumbest shit, and your mom's like, what
the most
why are you
ridiculous-
fighting about, like...
I'm still convinced they were bats, though. I'm just saying.
I'm pretty sure they were birds.
And as long as we are in each other's lives, that will never go away.
Like Derek blowing up that plate.
Okay.
This one time. This one time. We can tell them about... Okay, first the story. So, let me hit this. You started.
Wait, oh, the plate story. Okay, so this is like way back. Like, we were living in this house and everything, and like Derek was staying with us. And like one day we were making dinner, and we had an electric stove at the time. So like, you know how the electric stoves, like the plates heat up. They don't always change color, but they heat up. So
I mean,
like
stay hot forever.
they stay hot forever. So like Derek, we like out of the goodness of his heart, we were like dishing up, I think, and like.
Mom was making chicken fingers, and the plate was for the chicken fingers to be put on. Did I get it? No. Unfortunately. But anyway, Mom was making chicken fingers. The plate was to put the chicken fingers on. And Derek puts it...
Fuck that! I didn't get anything.
Okay, do it again. Do what you gotta do, girl.
I'm gonna blow
So
it.
Derek takes the plate, because she asked him to get a plate, so he gets a plate, and he puts it on the left burner. And then there's like a pot of water on the back burner, and she says, Derek, can you please turn on the back burner to start those noodles? and Derek turned on the front burner without realizing. I'm sure you've all done it once or twice. Turning on the wrong burner. I do it constantly. I'm like, I'll turn on. Oh, that's the wrong. I don't want to cook that.
Hashtag no shame. No. Team no shame.
Team no shame.
Hashtag no fucks.
Hell yeah. But anyway, so he turns on the burner under this fucking plate, and like 5 minutes goes by, and all of a sudden the loudest fucking crack. I mean, like the kind of crack you get if you snapped a femur in half.
Whip.
It was so loud, and they were all like, what the fuck? And we were looking at the plate, and Derek just falls out laughing. No, Mom fell out laughing. Mom's that kind of person. Like, when something happens like that, she just fucking dies.
Okay.
We all died. It was so
all
funny.
of us except...
Did you get
Fuck,
it?
no.
Oh, damn.
All of us except Dad. Dad had no sense
Dad
of humor.
freaked out. He's an asshole.
Speaking of freaking out, so here's an example of how everyone else but Dad had a sense of humor.
You know what's hilarious? That's the story I was just thinking about when I was like, oh, I know the story we can tell. You start.
Obviously, we're sisters. So Dad has no sense of humor. He's the type of person that takes everything as it's not an accident. They did it on purpose to make my life difficult.
He's pretty fucked up.
That's basically the gist of our dad.
He's messed up. But
So me and my sister, when we were kids, there was a period of time where we like hated each other because cause she was a bitch.
Because there's a period, and every siblings, doesn't matter if one's way older, one's way younger, they're the same age, or they're twins even. There's a period of time where where every set of siblings fucking hates each other.
Despises each other.
It's even worse when you have like one who's really young and one who's really old. Like me and Gina,
brothers.
like our little, like me and Gina are older than our little brother, and oh my god, he's so fucking annoying. Like Ricky, I love you, but you're so fucking annoying.
Oh, by the way,
so
there was a comment on, I think it was our first video, asking who Ricky was. Ricky's our younger brother.
Yes, he's our little brother. He's
7.
No, he's 9.
No, he's, well, how old? He's 9?
Yes. He's 19.
See, this how, I don't even know how old he is. I'm pretty sure he's 19.
He's 19. I know because my friend is also 19.
He
They're like
turned
same
19,
year,
yeah.
3 days apart. Yeah, I have a friend on the other side of the world who literally is 3 days or 3 days older than my little brother, and I think it's hilarious. But anyway,
so there was a bit of, but after that, we aside from the times we were trying to kill each other, we would we'd be play dates.
We'd play, we'd have fun, you know. We were kids.
So,
we fucked around.
we used to bend the rules all the time. Like, for example, Dad used to say,
no horsing around.
No horsing around, but he didn't say we couldn't kick a light ball around like soccer. And he didn't say we could chase each other, which is what we were doing at the time. So we were chasing each other. Now here's the setup: is there's our room, and then there's a back room that had our computers in it. We were computer geeks.
Yeah, and the back room and our room was connected by a single doorway. And the back room was also supported by 3 pillars.
It was terrifying. That's another story.
Yeah.
But so this door, it was those private eye doors where there's the window and then the door. It was like that. So one day, I was chasing...
Out of my face!
I was chasing her, and we ran through the room, and she, went to slam the door. No. You were chasing me.
I was chasing you.
She was chasing me, and I went to slam the door behind me
and
to
I
stop
put
her.
my hands out like this to stop the door from closing. And both my hands went right... No, it was only this... No, it was both my hands. Both my hands went right through the glass. Just right, because I was running, sprinting.
Damn.
Baby
Damn.
Oh, there's a person over there. That's the squirrel's running from. But anyway, so my fans went right through that glass, and it was everywhere. There was blood. There was
blood.
There was so much glass at a certain point. About 3 years later, I found a shard of glass in my bed from the fucking window. I was like, where the fuck did this come from? But anyway, I go through it.
Sliced her wrist
literally,
open.
I don't know if you can
She
see
still
it.
has the scar.
There's a scar here. You probably can't see it, but there's a scar here. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. That's literally from the door.
We'll take a picture of it and post it on Instagram.
Yeah, look out for that. And then I have another scar on my finger. And the hilarious thing is that this probably needed stitches. This bled way more. This was the one I was holding under cold water for 20 minutes because it would not stop bleeding. And I come downstairs gushing blood from various wounds all over my hands. And Mom's like, what happened? And I'm like, she hit me with a door. And I just could not breathe.
And Mom just starts.
And Mom's like, just dies. And it was so funny.
And then Derek finds out what happened, and he's also dying.
We were all dying. And then Dad found out.
Out of nowhere.
And he was like, I told you guys not to horse around. And Gina was like...
But you didn't say anything about hitting her with a door.
And once again, Mom and Derek fucking lost it.
He got so pissed off.
He was so pissed off. He took it out on Ricky later.
Off.
It was kind of sad.
It was
but,
so
yeah.
bad. Ricky was like crying.
It was really
and
bad.
Dad was just freaking out at him, and he was just like, "Why are you crying?"
That's literally how I imitate it. He was so angry.
It was
By the way, for the record, there's going to be lots of sound effects and weird voices that we do. That's going to be a thing. I'm
It is
sorry.
a thing.
Deal with it.
That's just
If you
who
don't
we
like
are.
it, then you're going to have to, I don't know.
We are who we are.
Mute it. Just watch us smoke and then don't listen to us talk.
Yeah, exactly.
There
You
you
can just
go.
admire our beautiful looks.
Yes.
Me with my nerd glasses and my messy ass hair from like fucking 12 hours of work and then speeding off to work to get my phone that I fucking left.
She's had a bad day at work, unfortunately.
There's, like,
Oh, I need to make sure that...
What's up?
Okay,
Dad?
wait, what? Did you delete a fucking notification?
I don't care.
What?
Please delete pictures, fam.
No, it's like, I guess, like, there's not enough... Oh, it must have been updating. Okay. Oh, yeah, because that was one of the
Are you
ones
all
that... Okay,
confused?
never mind. I was updating an app, and apparently I don't have enough room to do that.
Our dad was, yeah. But so our dad was unreasonable. Like
He was really unreasonable. There was one time... This was when me and Dad didn't get along. I'm a lot like Mom, and he didn't like Mom very much, so we didn't get along very well. But so, there's this one time, I was in the kitchen, and I heard the car pull up. Ricky and Dad were back from wherever they'd gone. Dad had apparently upset Ricky, but, you know, whatever. But Ricky closes the door of the car, just a hair too hard, apparently, and the window just slides right down. This had happened a couple of times before, but, like, the window just, like, fell off the tracks, went right down, so we had to, like, take the door apart to get it back up, blah, blah, blah. But so, Ricky comes inside and goes upstairs, but Dad's, like, screaming after him.
Because he
'Cause
interpreted.
he's
Remember what we said about accidents?
Yeah,
He interpreted that
as on purpose. And
that
so
he
was
just
freaking
intentionally
out
slammed the
on
door
Ricky.
to break the window
And he was
just
like-
to get back at him.
I was
That
like,
is
why are
what
you
that
so
is.
mad? And he was like, he definitely did that on purpose. I'm like that. I was like, what? Explain this to me. You actually think that he purposefully slammed the door of your car specifically to make the window fall down so that you would get mad and scream at him? Like, where, like, okay, like, explain this to me, because I really don't fucking get it. I was, like, so mad. I was,
he
like,
got so
yelling at
pissed
him, and
off.
he was so mad. He was so angry that he went, like, that was the thing, is that he knew I was right, because he went in his office and slammed the door and didn't come out for hours. That's how you know you've won a fight, when you call someone, how you've called someone on their bullshit and they know you're right, is when they leave and refuse to talk to you for several hours. Look at that squirrel go.
Yeah,
I just saw it for just a second, and it's gone. Are you tripping out?
slightly.
Or are you just like...
No, it's like I'm trying to find this, like, where it is, but I can't.
Oh, the squirrel? I just saw it run, and you see that big tree over there?
Mm.
To the left of it, it, like, ran over a stump over there,
Mm.
or something like
Take
that.
your hit real quick.
I'm sorry.
Real quick, I'm gonna check the time, because I don't know. I do this thing.
She's got to make sure it's still running.
We're at 18:40. But we're still running.
Okay.
But
Alright.
I know I've got space because I deleted a bunch of shit.
Yeah, we have tiny 16 gigabyte phones
But-
that don't hold lots of shit, so, like,
And like,
in order to record these videos, Gina has had to literally, like, she's literally
I've
had
deleted
to
all of
delete
my
all of her
apps.
apps.
and I
like,
had
all
so
of her
many
photos and
fucking
shit.
apps, and I had so many photos. I would just keep on my phone because I would like to look through them sometimes.
Yeah, we're gonna make a traveling montage when we go out to where we're going,
Yeah.
and, like, I'm gonna have to delete all of my apps and all of my pictures. I'm like literally everything off of my phone, and she's gonna have to do the same. And the
Except for the
only thing
music.
on my phone is gonna be music and video from the trip. That's gonna be it, because we don't have space to do anything else.
Pictures and stuff like that.
It's terrible. So like every time I take a picture for Instagram, I'm gonna have to immediately delete it after I post it. It's gonna be great.
It's inconvenient because then to get copies of the picture, and you have to go and crop it down and all that shit.
It's really annoying.
We're doing this for you guys.
Yeah.
I have not partaken on an editing journey. I've got like 3 projects I gotta fucking do.
Yeah.
I need to work on that. It's been hard to get myself to do things. It's funny. I got into videography and photography like
Accidentally.
Not honestly,
Literally,
accidentally.
specifically, like she started with like, what did you start with? Like pictures of like plants or something? No.
Honestly, it started with like my old. I did like YouTube for a hot minute.
A very hot minute. It was a very hot second.
I might post a link down below.
It's really embarrassing.
It was like you wouldn't even recognize.
You wouldn't recognize
me.
either of us, like
Because it was like 4 years, 3 years, and $5,000 worth of dental work and lots of eyebrow waxing ago.
And learning, straight up learning, world weariness. I know I don't look anything remotely similar to how I looked.
I still have a baby face apparently, but I think I look a little bit more worn down.
Your face has thinned out a lot.
Well, that's only because I like starved in Mexico.
I know, I need to go do that.
Because alcoholism.
Pray for alcoholism. Kids, if you have a family member or you're dating someone who, you know, is an alcoholic, drinks a lot, just break up with them, okay? That's my advice to you.
I learned that bug.
Unfortunately.
If there's any piece of advice that I'm going to give before we go back to lighter topic, it's that...
You give one, I'll give one.
Oh, because you kind of had a similar experience.
Not even, I have advice. Applicable advice. Life experience. Psychology buff.
If I were to say anything, it would be probably there are 2 incredibly difficult things to do that you may or may not accomplish in your lifetime.
There's one more left.
The first, let me take this last hit, hold on.
By the way, I'm sorry that I look like complete shit. I have it
We'll
slacking
look
so
better
much.
after we move. Right now we are messes.
We're like, I'm like not even trying. I'm like, I don't care.
Either. I'm
But
exhausted.
anyway.
But so, there are 2 really important things that you will do in your life if you can accomplish it in your life. I don't know if I could tell you how many people succeed at it or not, but
I would say not many.
it's hard.
It is.
The first thing the most important first thing that you would do, Jesus Christ.
I love you.
The first important task is becoming self-aware. And that is self-aware to the point of being able to look at and acknowledge the ugliest parts of you. That's the first most important. That's the first.
It's basically being able to call yourself on your bullshit of any and all kinds.
That's the first step. Being able to look at yourself and see that despite everything you told yourself for so long, like, this is the truth. And it's like the reality check. This is the type of thing you realize when you're hitting rock bottom in your life. That's usually what it takes to become self-aware. And the second biggest task you will ever need to accomplish in your life is looking at the core behind all of that, what becoming self-aware of, and looking at the core of that and confronting it. That is the second hardest but most important thing you could do in your lifetime. And I'm going to go ahead and say that the people that do confront it and succeed, those are the people that truly know how to be happy. So you have to get through the worst to get to, I guess, what would be considered heaven. But that's what I would say.
You gotta work for it.
And this will probably be the type of work
I feel like
that
happiness
will
is something you have to earn.
Yeah.
But with hard work. If you don't put in the effort to be happy, how are you gonna be happy?
Also realize that these things seem impossible and all that, but realize that you're worth it.
You're so worth it.
Everybody is worth it. Jesus Christ. Guess I'll show you one. This one's my most recent one. you can see it.
I'm gonna
But
go look.
I don't really care. It says, I am enough. And I guess I'll take a picture and post that on Instagram too.
So remember, you are enough.
You're
Even
enough.
if you have to tattoo it on your forehead, you are enough. My one piece of advice, that's the most important thing Mom ever taught me. Nobody can make anybody do anything. You can't change people. You can only change yourself. Don't ever put someone else's happiness or someone else's emotions or someone else's safety, anything. Do not ever put anyone before you.
Because remember, you were born alone and you die alone. You are the only person that is with you every single step of the way. So, you have to be there for yourself.
Exactly.
Because if not you, then who?
Exactly. And
put yourself first, and don't care if people call you selfish, because you need to be selfish.
Exactly. It's not being selfish, it's taking care of yourself.
Exactly.
But even more importantly than taking care of yourself, I'm just talking about don't try to save people. Don't try to fix people. That's like the word I like to use. Fix. You cannot fix people. People aren't toys and mechanical things you can put back together when they break. That you can't do that. That's impossible. Just fix yourself.
Fix yourself.
Because your glue only works on you.
And the only happiness that you should be concerned about achieving is your own.
And everyone achieves their happiness differently. What makes you happy will not make me happy. Not necessarily. I don't even know what would make me happy yet, but I'm working on that.
So don't judge people because you don't know their story, and it's none of your business because you should be worrying about yourself.
Exactly.
Peace, love, unity, respect, fam.
Hell yeah.
I did totally just need you in the elbow.
It's fine. It didn't hurt.
Still going too, wow.